Have you ever walked into a place you've never been, but felt like you've been there 1,000 times? That eerie moment when the present feels like a memory, that sensation has a name, déjà vu, and your brain has been hiding something fascinating behind it. Because what if déjà vu isn't a glitch, but a message? A message from deep inside your memory system saying, something here feels familiar, but not for the reason you think. Most people believe déjà vu is mystical, a sign from the universe, a memory from a past life, or a glimpse into the future. But the truth is both stranger and more scientific. To understand it, we need to zoom into the most mysterious organ, your brain, specifically the regions responsible for memory. The human brain stores experiences the way a messy desk stores papers. Not always neat, not always organized, but surprisingly efficient. And sometimes that messy system does something unexpected. Your brain has two major memory systems working together. One, familiarity, a fast automatic system, and two, recall, a slow, detailed system. Think of familiarity as your brain whispering, "I've seen something like this before," and recall as the part that says, "Wait, I know exactly where." Usually, they work together perfectly. But déjà vu happens when familiarity fires without recall. Your brain senses, "I've been here," but it cannot find the file that explains why. It's like recognizing a song but not remembering where you heard it. This mismatch, this tiny moment of confusion, creates that powerful, dreamlike feeling. Here's the twist. Déjà vu doesn't mean you've lived this moment before. It means your brain is comparing the present to thousands of fragments of past experiences. A hallway you don't remember might resemble the color palette of your childhood home. A stranger's expression might mimic someone you once knew. A sound, a light reflection, a smell can all trigger that sense of familiarity. Your brain is constantly doing pattern matching, and sometimes the match is so close, your memory system momentarily gets confused. Déjà vu is basically your brain saying, "This moment looks shockingly familiar, but I have no idea why." Here's another theory, one that sounds like it came straight from science fiction. Your brain processes information in fractions of seconds. But what if two signals arrive out of sync? Not by minutes or seconds, but by milliseconds. If one pathway fires a tiny fraction earlier than another, your brain may interpret the second signal as something from the past. In other words, you aren't reliving a memory, you're experiencing the present twice. One version of the present arrives slightly late, and you mistake it for a memory. It's not magic, it's timing. Now here's where déjà vu gets even stranger. Your brain uses it as a self-diagnostic tool. Yes, your brain checks its own memory system. Déjà vu is like your brain running quality control. It's testing whether your memory circuits are working properly. And when it realizes something feels familiar but shouldn't, it flags the moment. It's like your brain nudging you, whispering, "Oops, something's off. Let me double check the system." And usually, within seconds, the feeling fades as quickly as it arrived. Another twist. You can experience déjà vu with places you've never seen, people you've never met, and events you've never lived. How? Because your brain doesn't store memories like a video camera. It stores pieces, tiny fragments, a shadow from one place, the furniture layout from a memory you forgot you had. When enough fragments line up in the right way, your brain mistakenly concludes, "This is familiar." You're not remembering the moment, you're recognizing the ingredients of the moment. Déjà vu is your brain assembling puzzle pieces into a picture that looks familiar, even if the full picture never existed before. Here's something even more fascinating. People often feel a shiver or a sense of mystery with déjà vu. Why? Because your emotional brain, specifically the amygdala, lights up when something unexpected happens. Déjà vu is basically your brain stepping on the brakes, saying, "This moment shouldn't feel familiar. Why does it?" The mix of confusion, curiosity, and memory conflict creates that surreal feeling that people never forget. It's not fear, but it's definitely unusual. Children rarely report déjà vu, older adults report it less, but teenagers and young adults, they experience it the most. Why? Because your memory system is at its sharpest during those years. Your brain is making new connections faster, storing more memories, and constantly comparing new experiences to old ones. More data, more patterns, more chances for a glitch. Déjà vu isn't a sign of aging, it's a sign of a powerfully active brain. So, is déjà vu meaningless? Not exactly. Even though it's not supernatural, it does reveal something important. Your brain is a pattern-seeking machine. It learns, compares, evaluates, and tests itself constantly. And déjà vu is one of the rare moments when you actually catch your brain in the act. It's not a sign of destiny, a hidden message, or a memory from another life. It's a moment where your brain briefly says, "I recognize something here, even if you don't." Déjà vu teaches us that our brains are always working behind the scenes, analyzing, matching, predicting, and stitching together fragments of our memories to help us understand the world faster. But sometimes that system misfires, and instead of ignoring the glitch, we feel it. Your mind is far more complex than you realize. Even the moments that feel mysterious or supernatural are often signs of extraordinary brain power at work. So the next time déjà vu strikes, don't dismiss it. See it as a reminder of how deeply your brain is trying to understand your world, one strange moment at a time.